Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, fellas. I'm Richard Backos, and there's the WR. Just had a first night in the tent with the bike. Just want to say good morning. I'm in a place. I tried to go to Mildura last night, but Mildura is having a music festival. So after 2 hours of trying to get a campsite unsuccessfully, I decided I had to come 25 kilometres to a place called Curlwaa, Curlwaa, 25 k's out of Mildura. Beautiful spot. Tent, had a good night's sleep, shower, feed, blah blah blah, all those sorts of things. So now we're off to Woomera today. It's about 700 k's or so. So we'll be heading to the South Australian border shortly. Bike's been behaving all of yesterday, so we'll see how we go. All right, we'll get on with it. Good morning, it's Richard. I'm still at Curlwaa. Is that where we are? And I've met a fellow camper at the caravan park. What's your name?
I'm Roy.
This is Roy. Roy was just telling me the reason we couldn't get why I couldn't get a campsite in Mildura was because there's a country music festival on. And what's the country musical? What's it called? It's
CMF, Country Music Fest. CMF. It's all country and western singers.
Yeah, you're right. And they're
imitating all the pop stars, country music stars of the recent times.
See, I'm not aware of these things, but you obviously are, and they're on from time to time, are they?
These shows are held annually throughout the countryside.
You were saying it goes for about a week or so.
This one runs for 2 weeks, I think, here and there, and there's different venues, different acts and different venues all the time. And
it's certainly got the crowd, because Mildura was absolutely jammers.
Yeah, that's stopped now, is it?
No, it's still going. Anyway, so
we at the club last night, there was a lot of people there. You know, it was hard to get a chair where the performance was. But,
well, it's good crack. Anyway, so you're going to go to that today, are you?
Yeah, we go back there today and listen to a lot of the same singers, but they sing different songs. And
well, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
And have a good day. And
have a good safe trip.
Oh well, you know, that's what it's all about. Anyway, it's nice to meet you, and say good day.
All right.
Cheers. All right.
Thank you.
See ya. So today I was heading from Curlwaa up to Renmark into South Australia, then through Taylorville, Morgan, Spalding, Port Pirie, and Port Augusta onto Woomera. So as you can see, I was heading due west, and then once I got to Port Pirie, I was sort of going due north, just about up to Woomera. There were a few short bits of dirt road that I had to go on here. It just started getting real. It's dirt. But then it was back onto the bitumen basically all the way to Woomera. There were little bits of dirt heading into Woomera, but really it was bitumen all the way. I hadn't put any fuel in the bike since before Mildura yesterday, and as I was driving out to the caravan park last night, I passed a few servos, but I was keen to get to the caravan park because it was already dark by that point, because I'd been delayed in Mildura trying to get somewhere, so I didn't stop for fuel. Well, that was going to catch up with me later today, as we'll find out shortly. Anyway, so I was heading out of Curlwaa, and I thought, I'll get fuel in Renmark, but that didn't really happen, and you'll find out why. I mean, I found a pie shop, and anyway, I forgot to get fuel, so we'll get there in a minute. And it's 137 kilometres to Renmark, which is a bit further than I thought it was going to be. up from Curlwaa, and I'm in the bakery, Human's Kitchen Bakery. I got lots of pies. I'm having a gyros and lamb pie. Just changed the batteries in the GoPros. So I've been riding, I did about 130 kilometres this morning. So we're on our way to Woomera. Hopefully we get there by 6 o'clock. We go by Port Augusta. Port Augusta about another 500 kilometres, right? And away we go. It's the 18th of September, day 3, and we're just having breakfast. And what time is it? It's 10:15. Alright, just spoke with Linda, and Imi and Zav are both feeling sick. Imi's at the doctor's, apparently she's got what Zav had. Anyway, we're still in Renmark at the bakery, but I finished the pie. So I got a curry pastry, because this is going to have to get me through to Woomera, I think. So we'll just go outside. That's where we are. Bike's looking well. Everything's ready to rock. All the aero lights have gone off. Oh, this sticker came off, I'll have to fix that up. Anyway, the bike's doing really well, tyres still look alright. The headlight last night worked really well. And hopefully we can charge this up as we go along. Let's go have our pie and have our coffee, and then we'll start on our way to Woomera. Alrighty. Wow, coffee's arrived. Thank you very much. Oh, the best thing so far. How's this for funny? When I left Renmark, I was going to get fuel, because the petrol light had been on for about an hour. I reckon I'd done 200 kilometres by then. I was going to get fuel, because the tank does about 300 kilometres per tank. Well, as it happens, I didn't get fuel, so I had a phone call. I had a pie and stopped in Renmark, and then I got everything back on the bike, got everything happening, changed the batteries, did all that. And as I was riding the bike out of the cafe to get fuel, I had a phone call, forgot to get fuel, and by the time I was out of the town, there was no more service stations. So I didn't get fuel. Anyway, I find that the next petrol station is not for about 150 kilometres. So now, the Mighty WR is not so mighty anymore. We ran out of juice. And to make things worse, I think when I was looking for a petrol station, I think I might have left the ignition on and the battery flat, so I got the battery charger out. But while I was doing that, Bob and Marge pulled up and said, can they help? I gave them one of my bladders. They've gone 4 kilometres up the road, apparently, to Morgan, to get me some fuel. So here's Richard. Ran out of fuel. Getting it done. Getting it done. So in Morgan there's an amp hole. But about 5 kilometres ago, the bike started putching. So I went down to 60 kilometres an hour and sort of went put, 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 put. And then I pulled up because it was getting a bit difficult. So that's what the sign says. Morgan 34, Renmark 80. So I've done exactly 80 from Renmark. Wow. So that's about as far as I thought I was going to have to go. So I'm at intersection of the Loch Weir. Loch and Weir number 2. Red marks down that way, that's where I've come from. Organ, I believe, is up there. It says more can. Well, Google reckoned it was 4 minutes. So, Bob and Mark, I didn't even get his name. Lovely guy. Gave him $50 in my bladder. And it's 11:30 AM on the 18th. Stuck on the side of the road without any juice. Here's a good idea. I'm going to carry 5 or 10 litres of juice. I've just met this man who's stopped to help me. And your name is?
Sorry, I'm John.
John.
And I live across the road.
And John lives over there. And John has
got everything.
John's just offered to give me fuel, a drink, and bathroom. You're very kind.
Anything else you need?
Look. If these people don't come back in half an hour, thank you very much.
Yep, no worries.
That's good. And you know, my faith in the Australian people is just being restored every moment of this trip, to be honest. So thanks, mate.
There's more smart ones and good ones than there is bad.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Thanks. And I'm still stuck on the side of the road, halfway between where was it?
Mildura, I suppose.
Mildura and the next town, and I ran out of fuel. I did 330 kilometres, and that's how much my tank can do. So now I know. And this young man and his better half in the car over there stopped and offered to go with me fuel. What's your name?
Jamie, mate.
Jamie. I'm Richard, Jamie.
Richard.
So look, thank you.
Anybody do the same.
You're from Tasmania. You're from Tasmania.
Yep.
You're gonna go to uni, that?
Yeah. Go over there. Get over there. Get up to Port Augusta and go turn off and slowly head my way over to Exmouth.
Well, Jamie and your wife over there, Mindy.
It's all easy, mate. Thank you very much. Anybody does the same for anybody. One good return comes around, doesn't it?
It does. But it's got to happen before it happens.
It's all good.
Thank you very much, mate.
All right. Good on you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
All right. Look after yourself. Anyway, mate.
Thank you. Yep. So Goog's track. So head from
from Glendambo to
Tarcoola,
then down Googs,
Tarcoola to Malbooma outstation. Yeah,
there's nothing really there.
Malbooma Lions Camp. Yeah, before Lions Camp.
Then there'll be a sign.
Turn left. Goog's track down to Sajuna.
Yep, or you can cut off a little bit earlier if you want to cut back. Oh, you'll need fuel probably.
Oh, I'll have to get fuel. I was going to go further on, but yeah, I'll work out the mileage of that, and that's what I'll do.
Yeah,
because that way I'll get a bit of the dirt, bit of the sand, bit of the desert.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we tried to jump start the bike with the charger, and it blew up. That's the lithium charger that I bought for like $150 or something, and it just went ballistic. Can you see that? That's what a lithium battery looks like when it doesn't. And it was like a chimney a minute ago. It was much worse. So I couldn't, because the battery's flat, because I flattened the battery when I ran out of fuel. What not to do when you're riding a motorbike. Unbelievable. There you go. Anyway, we got the bike going, and I headed out of Taylorville, said goodbye to John, and I was on my way. I was heading on to tank up because I had like 10 litres, but I got fairly religious about refueling after this and reset my odometer every time I filled up so that I knew exactly how far I'd travelled and exactly which place I was going to stop at to get fuel after this. So anyway, I headed off and on with my journey. So I very much enjoyed Taylorville, so on with the show we go. And we were late into Woomera because of this stop, but there you go. So I kept riding on to Port Pirie and Port Augusta from here. It was about 6 o'clock when I got to Port Augusta. I then decided I headed due north from there up to Woomera. It was about another hour and a half up to Woomera, but as it was getting dark, I had to slow down to 60 kilometres an hour. So that hour and a half trip took me 3 and a bit hours. I got there at about 9:15, which was just in time to get into the room, which I'd pre-booked because they were just about to close the hotel. Anyway, so I arrived into Woomera and right on schedule, ready to go into the desert tomorrow. So here we go. So I'll see you in the next episode when we start day 4. Thanks for watching. Cheers. I hope you're enjoying Moto the Planet Now. See you next time.